Yes, hello, hi.
Yes, hello, hi.
Welcome, one and all, to this super new moon in Aquarius. I just want to keep going. Super new moon in Aquarius, super new moon in Aquarius. I'm not sure why, but that's the vibe it's giving me. How are you feeling, Amu? Are you excited for this new moon? It's the second new moon of 2024. We're rolling through them.
Yep. I don't know how much excited I am. I feel like, full moon was right here. I'm not, yeah, me not ready.
Yeah, man, they do seem to just be coming thick and fast, don't they? I think it's to do with this whole time speeding up thing.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like I'm still releasing, but it's a good thing in the sense that I'm making even more space for whatever is coming.
Yeah, but it's kind of like I get this inertia of like, oh, I don't want to stop releasing. I don't want to stop intentions because the release is here, but it's good. It's good to stick with this rhythm because the planets and the moon is then on our side. There's no point to fight against it.
Yes.
So I
Yes.
just make a quick announcement. Just do the housekeeping first and then we'll crack on. The Black Queen of Pentacles Discord community is open and you'll receive daily tarot readings, weekly Zooms on everything from sovereignty, menstruality, and tarot. It's the international coven. So you're gonna love it. Go to our link tree or in the click more and there'll be a link in there to start your subscription. Oh my god, I'm breaking these teeth in for an idiot. They're nearly ready. The next video call is our relationships roundtable on, of course, St. Valentine's Day on the 14th of February. So we'll talk about boundaries, self-love, self-knowledge, and singledom. So make sure you sign up before then.
Yes.
Yeah, man. So let's get into it. So Aquarius is an air sign, and it's all about digging deep and like truth with a capital T. It's discovering often during Aquarian lunations and when there's a lot of Aquarian energy about. It's about discovering corruption and deception for the good of humanity. So finding out what people are doing that's perhaps not for our good and then holding them to task for it. It's also to do with a connection with friends and the world, so you might find that you have more compassion and like you're more interested in the projects and community things that are happening around you. And Aquarius is, because it's an air sign, it's associated with swords, so it is that idea of like cutting away. Sorry, I'm getting my scissors out here. That's for later. So yeah, it's also attached to, associated with, sorry, individuality, eccentricity, surprising people, and not caring what others think. Aquarians are these like pioneers, and they are like the trendsetters, and they can predict trends and cause trends by just being like, you know what, this is a better way, or I want to do it like this. So try to embrace that.
It's funny because the one Aquarius I had in my life before was, yeah, the kind of person that do their own things and don't care about what people think, but it really came in a form of arrogance, you know. So I had this mindset of, well, this is one experience I had, and this is one particular person. Um, but you know, the energy of that go-getter and doing things, it's something I was always looking at because it's empowering.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that actually, because the most significant Aquarian in my life was an ex-boyfriend, and he
Same.
as well. Like he was so amazing and like switched on and cool and like on the leading edge of everything. But yeah, I don't know if it always comes at a price because yeah, there was a little bit of arrogance to him. But then I guess also it may just be, if you're not on the leading edge, you might see it as arrogance because it's kind of like showing up where you're not quite there, or showing up where you're holding yourself back and not doing things because you're like, oh, but what will other people think, or it's not how things are done conventionally.
You know, my experience was that this person was, I'm not trying to reduce or diminish, but this person wanted to be in control and wanted to feel in control. So whenever things wasn't aligning with whatever their mindset were, that's when the arrogance came out.
Yeah, and I guess it harks back to last week's full moon in Leo, or 2 weeks ago. That lunation was very much about, be amazing, shine your light, but don't do it at the expense of being nice. It's important. It's nice to be important, but it's important to be enough to be nice, is like a very simplistic way of putting it. So what else about new moon in Aquarius? It's all about progress, modernity, technological advances. So this is the time to really move forwards with things and capitalize on this kind of once in a lifetime energy. What else? Change is on its way, and it could happen much faster than you ever dreamed or expected under Aquarian new moons. So whether you get the change you want depends both on whether you believe you can have it and how much you're relying on others to actually bring it into fruition. So with Aquarian, it's best to be very independent and self-driven, because there are no saviors. No one is coming to save you. So whatever you're going to achieve will be off your own back, like largely. Of course, there is a place for collaboration and cooperation with others, but essentially, if you don't get it happening, it won't happen. Yeah, so Aquarius has an electric energy to it. There's a sense that you need to let go of the past and move towards your future as soon as possible. Yeah, no delaying, no like procrastinating and worrying. Explore the idea that it's not what you know, but who you know. Network and get involved with other people who are interested in the same things as you. Often with Aquarius, one of its kind of superpowers is detachment. So they're not an overly emotional sign because of the air. They're more mentally attuned, and that's where they kind of have a power. They won't get tangled up in like any sort of emotional drama. They're just like, well, this is what needs to be done, so let's go for it. So try and utilize that. It's the sign of invention. It's got an individual, scientific, and emotionally detached. Like I said, it's about dropping convention and traditions that aren't serving you. There's a place for tradition and convention. Obviously, perhaps that's how it's been done because it's really effective. But if it's not, don't just cling to tradition for tradition's sake.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's that. So we've got a supermoon. The supermoon element is really cool. I love supermoons. They're more impactful when it's a full moon because they just look ginormous. But even a supermoon when it's new still has a lot to bring us. So when there's a supermoon, it's kind of like you're so close to the answer that you've been needing or asking for. And it's kind of hyper stimulating what you're trying to achieve. So if you're wondering how successful something could be and you schedule it for a supermoon, chances are it could be like exponentially more successful than you
Supermoon is like a super boost.
Exactly, yeah.
Good. We do that.
Yes, please. It's bursting with energy. You can expect plenty of good things and positive outcomes. But you also, not so much with a new moon, but it's the moon is to do with emotion. So when it's super moon, you could find that you are getting more emotional, more difficult to kind of manage your emotions and keep perspective. But hopefully the Aquarian energy will balance that out a little. Don't ignore the obvious. Yeah. Supermoon is illuminating everything. So if you just have a sense that something is a certain way, then go with that, because the supermoon is going to be boosting your intuition and your just like feeling centers, your ability to just know things. So don't poo-poo that and just think, oh, how would I know that? If you feel that you know it, then go with it. They only happen 3 or 4 times a year, so just enjoy the supermoon.
Wonderful. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yes, especially well, we see more of super full moon, but now it's a super new moon. So instead of release, now it's like, so we're setting intention, right? So we have a boost for our intention. We have a boost to put things in place. We have a boost to take action. Me love it.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I feel like we haven't had that many super new moons, or maybe I just forget them because they're not as like visually stimulating. But yeah, I'm loving this. So Amu and I are interested in numerology with tarot. The cards each have a number, and so we've discovered like the meanings of certain numbers. So this month, February 2024, has the numerology of 10. And so February's here. January was a 9-month in numerology. So if we add up like the month number, so 1 to 2024, that was a 9, 2 2 4 1, but February is now obviously a 10, 2 2 2 4. Yeah, I think I'm doing the maths. Maths is not my strong suit. Even adding I'm struggling. So yeah, 10s are about endings and beginning, you know. 10 in tarot at least is like the final number. So it represents both something ending and something beginning. It's like the transition from one completed cycle onto the next new cycle. So it kind of has this feeling of you've achieved what you needed to, or perhaps you haven't, but at least the opportunity to achieve is done. So you need to make peace with that and move on. Think about if you're stagnating or if you've reached a goal, can you then have a higher goal? And it's this energy of decisions have to be made. Definitive action has to be sought now and taken because it's the end of a cycle.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm ready for this. I'm up for this.
Oh, mate, so ready for that cycle to be over. So ready.
But yeah, I resonate with that a lot. The ending, the new cycle, the end of a cycle, because I mean, ending means new beginning. I'm so ready for this.
Me too.
I've been, as I said at the beginning of the video, releasing a lot. Energy, ideas, people, or not necessarily people, but my boundaries, like building more boundaries because I don't want these people to have so much access to me anymore. So yeah, I'm definitely ready for that new beginning.
Yeah, me too. Like thinking back to not just January, but like December and the end of 2023, I was like kind of like trimming everything down and paring things back from overextending and overgiving and overcommitting to like, actually, what if any of this gives me true connection, pleasure? You know, is it actually aligned with what I want and what I'm hoping to achieve? And if it wasn't, I was just like gone. Cool. So we're going to tell you which house is impacted. So if you're Aquarius, sun or rising, you have the first house, which is about your appearance, how you self-identify and how you come across to others. If you've got Capricorn, sun or rising, you have second house of cash, property and possessions, values, including how you value yourself. If you are Sagittarius, sun or rising, it's third house, which is about communications, siblings, neighbors, quick trips. If you are Scorpio, sun or rising, it's your fourth house, which is all about home and family, all things domestic, where you belong and your past. Libra, sun or rising, have fifth house being impacted, and that's about romance, creativity, children, pleasure, love affairs. If you are Virgo, sun or rising, it's the sixth house, and that's all about daily routines, work, health, and duty.
Ooh. All right, let's go with the seventh house. So if you have Leo, sun or rising, it's your seventh house that is impacted, which is about partnership, any kind of partnership. It could be business, it could be love, it could be family, partnership. And after, if you have Cancer, sun or rising, it's your eighth house that is impacted, which is about sex, death, letting go, regeneration, other people, sharing. It's basically your share resources. Gemini, sun or rising, your ninth house is ninth house is impacted. I almost messed up that time too. So ninth house is about expanded or horizon. So your higher education, philosophy, spirituality, religion, and travel as well, because you learn a lot when you travel. Exploration. After that, we have Taurus sun rising with the 10th house, which is about your outer world, your career, your reputation, your purpose, your situation, your status. Aries, the sun rising, your 11th house is inspired, it impacted. I have a hard time today. What's up? So, Aries, 11th house, friends, group, goals, and aspirations. So, it's your group contribution that is impacted for destination. And last, we have Pisces, sun rising. Your 12th house is impacted, which is about your dream and your spiritual life, solitude, institution, self-sabotage. We said it before, the 12th house is kind of the dark house, but we love it. It's a refresh. It's the end of something to start something new.
Yeah, it shouldn't be so scary. I don't know why I found
And
it.
it's funny now that Pisces is in the 12th house, because we know we've seen that already. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, and it's actually associated with the 12th house. I don't know how much power this is gonna have for Pisces, but look up for it.
Okay. Yeah, I guess when the sign is in the house that it is associated with, it's going to get extra or be very comfortable there at least.
Yeah, yeah, I feel that.
So
Do you want to talk about your houses?
I do. I've got the third house of communications, siblings, neighbors, quick trips, it being illuminated by this moon. That's because I am Sagittarius rising, apologies. So I've been really communicating my truth. That was the sort of largest, most significant one. I've been having to really, like, I've kind of been forced to, because sometimes when I think of communication, I feel like it's like, I always think of just, what's the word? Like unemotional communication, just like texts or emails or just displaying information. But actually, for me, as a Gemini who's quite analytical and rational and not very good at expressing my emotions, that's the sort of communication that I need to get better at. And so I have been lately just speaking my truth to who needs to know it. And it's really nice. I like it. I feel like it just takes a weight off. And yeah, it's been effective as well. I thought maybe it's too much and people are going to get triggered or offended or defensive, but actually it largely hasn't had that impact. It's primarily been like, oh, okay, now I understand you a little better, so I'm gonna try to make things easier for you or do what you need. So yeah, I'm enjoying that.
That sounds so much fun.
Yeah. It doesn't come easy for me. I think
No,
especially
it's growth. I mean, it's the fact that you're able to speak up. First of all, it's good for you because you don't keep it inside, and second of all, it's good for the other person because they can adjust for you two to be on the same level, or having the same kind of understanding. I love that.
yeah, and it's like self-love. I guess we'll talk about this more on the relationships call, but yeah, it's kind of like it's not fair to keep it all in and then expect your partners or your mum or whoever it is to be a mind reader and just know that you feel like that. Like, why would they?
Not only that, but the fact that you don't speak up, you betray your own self because you're in an uncomfortable situation and you rather just stay in there until the other person guess that it is, like speak
Absolutely.
up, speak up, speak up.
Yeah, it's like you're keeping yourself. It reminds me of the is it the devil card? Like you're not actually chained to anything. You're keeping
Yeah.
yourself in prison. So yeah,
Right.
what have you got going on? Seventh.
Yeah, seventh house Leo rising and 10th house Taurus sun. Seventh house is about partnership, um Yeah, so as I said at the beginning of video, I've been releasing and I love this because I've been letting go a lot of not necessarily a person, but more the way that it's funny because in the last video I was saying, oh, I just help people and this and that, but now I'm like, ah, fuck it.
Guys, I've helped you enough. Yeah, but I mean, you have to.
Because the thing is the realization of I help these people, but are these people helping me as much as I help them, right? Because yes, me helping them is helping the gang, as I said, but if at the same time they're not helping me, which at one point they would have or they did, but now if they don't, I'm like, bye, love you, bye. You know, it's not that you're not in my corner anymore. It's just that if you're not doing nothing for me, why me would I do something for you? You understand? So
Yeah.
yes.
And sometimes, you know,
So
people
I now feel I will be and I'm able to put my energy at the right place and focus on um building differently, you know.
yeah, nice.
So yeah, that's for
That's really good.
seventh house.
That's really good. I think sometimes people manipulate it as well. Like I had this housemate, flatmate, a long time ago now, but she was like really struggling with work and being unemployed, and she was like just a mess, just a bit of a mess. And I helped her for a long time, and then I realized that eventually, like I'd helped her so much that she could do things, she could do more things, but she was like, "Why would I? Because if I ask, Rain will do it for me." So yeah,
Yep.
at some point you have to like remove the scaffolding. And
Yeah, this is
don't,
kind of the same. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, or sorry, just don't give so much, because like, are you even serving that person? If you're giving so much that they're not learning any skills, then yeah.
Yeah, this is almost the same thing that happened with me. Like, you know, the way I was helping them people, it's because at one point they were helping me, right?
Mm.
But there's level to this. If you're helping me and then I have to reach there to be so it, and it's not like, oh, you do something, I do something because I have to do something. It's just I want to do something because you did something, right? So I take the habit or do of doing things for you because you've been doing things for me. But now you stop doing things for me. I keep doing things for you because this is how the relationship goes, right? If like whatever kind of relationship, if I start doing things for you, this is the role I take. This is a decision I made. So I'm just gonna keep that role until that role is not serving me anymore.
Yeah,
This is where the line needs to be, you know?
yeah, great. I think that sounds very sensible for you, because yeah, you don't need to overgive. There's no need. Oh, my lip jewelry just fell out. Strange. Anyway, moving on.
Speak up, speak up. Wait, I have my 10th house as well. Taurus, 10th house, which is, oh, career, status, reputation, and things. So, yeah, I guess I feel like all of this is aligned in a sense that if I focus more on myself, my career, my business, that's me, that's my person. So if I focus more on um myself, my career, and my reputation, is just gonna be better, go better because I'm aligned with what I'm supposed to do and where I'm supposed to be. So I love that we have a full moon, a new moon, sorry, and that I will be able to focus intention regarding this part because I have to talk about this. I had this video call with this lovely lady the other day. So basically a few months ago I made hats for her, and the deal was I give her the hats and she gave me coaching for social media and like having a better presence online. So we had this call really recently, and now that I have all the information, even though I did have the information before, but it was just easier that she was telling me, do this, do that, do this, do that. And I'm like, okay, let's do this, do that. So now I'm doing it. And I'm like, yes, I look at my page and I'm like, oh, wow, why didn't I do that before? Because all of this she was telling me, I knew and I've seen it. And I mean, I go on her page all the time and I'm like, this looks so nice, but I never did anything for it. Now I did. And I'm proud of it, and I'm gonna continue.
Yes, well, this is it. That's what coaches are about, really, aren't they? As well, like that you just need someone to motivate you and inspire you and keep you accountable. You know, I'm sure she's going to be saying, "Oh, great, well done, Amu. I've seen that you've done this." So yeah,
Like literally the same day, my page was day and night. It took me 2 hours. I done it. I did.
yeah, amazing.
I love that for me.
Yeah, so I've got 9th house going on because of my Gemini sun sign. So this is about the great cosmic quest, the internet, higher learning, all that good stuff, religion, big dreams. So all of that's getting the energy of this Aquarian super moon. So I'm interpreting that as getting clearer on my purpose and whether I'm going to demand that I discover and achieve my purpose, or if I'm just going to kind of not, because actually it is a choice at the end of the day. Like it's not easy as humans to come here and work really hard to just even find out what we're supposed to be doing, let alone then actually do it. So I think I go through phases of like, sometimes I'll be like, nah, I need to make this life worthwhile and really do something spectacular with it. And then I'll have phases where I'm like, actually, you know what? As long as I just live and eat and make a home, that should be enough. So I guess for me at the moment, I'm like deciding which is truer. Because I guess if you keep going through phases, you're never gonna, if you then decide that it's actually what you want to do is to really achieve your purpose, you won't, because you keep taking years off or months off when you don't really mind. And maybe that's okay. Maybe that's how you still achieve it. You have to take breaks where you're just like, oh, okay, breather, stop, just do the bare minimum. But I guess,
but I feel like exactly it's not necessarily taking breaks. Is, as you said, it goes in phases, but the way, if you put too much energy on one thing and you never take space and time to reflect on it and look back at it, how do you know that you're going in the right place? So I feel like those period of slow, or it's part of it. They are there for you to reflect and analyze, and you can let go what need to let go and put more energy where more energy needs to be put.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I've done a few different courses lately and changed jobs and dropped this and picked that up. So maybe it's just that. It's just a pause of like, okay, the situation's different now. Let's review where we are and if those choices are on the right way. Awesome. So we're going to have, after new moon, we're going to have first quarter moon. So this is another second opportunity halfway between new moon and full moon to kind of recommit to your intentions. So when we get to the ceremony part, try to make sure you've recorded somewhere what it is you are intending for this lunation. And that way, when we get to quarter moon, you actually have a physical reminder of what you were hoping to achieve, and then you can recommit.
Yeah, it's really a second chance. It's really are you still aligned with whatever intention you put in place? Do you want to let go? Where do you want to put more energy and things? So it's like a checkpoint, basically.
Yeah, perfect. So this one will be 1 week after February 16th. And because it's in Taurus, look out to where you can apply that Taurian energy, which is about money and manifesting money. Yeah, manifesting comfort and money and abundance is the Taurian stuff. Sorry, I don't think I mentioned it's in Taurus. The first quarter moon is in Taurus, so that's why you're going to have that little boost of the Taurian energy.
Yes, and you see, you know how Taurians can be really practical and it's like in this time it's leaving out your emotion, because what needs to be done needs to be done. Taurians are really grounded. They're really down to earth and practical energy.
Yes. So we have two rulers. When we talk about planetary rulership of each sign, there's often an ancient one and a more modern one. So with Aquarius, we've got Saturn and Uranus as the planetary rulers. So Uranus is this planet of explosion. It can be associated with seismic activity, so like earthquakes, change, big global change. It represents rebellion and upheaval and instability and volatility. So if you look around, there's a lot of global farmers protests at the moment, sort of saying, look, we are providing food and the system is currently making that like untenable for us. We can't we're not being paid enough to want to continue to make food. And if we stop making food, then what? We've only got the huge corporations making food. And like, is that safe? Is that what we want? Is that the direction we're willing to let it go in? So I think there'll be a lot more of that with this new moon in Aquarius lunation. And then the other one is Uranus. So Saturn. So Saturn is also a large planet associated with like it's sort of got this dark, I feel like it's associated with the same things that 12th house are. So like the darker parts of your psyche, the sort of unconscious, subconscious stuff. So in terms of that, I'd say it's a good time to look at it because that planet is front and center with the Aquarian new moon. So if you've shied away from doing like shadow work or being honest with yourself, then now's a good time to not shy away.
I love that. I love that. Being accountable of your own things. Like, yeah, we have to. This is the only way for us to grow and be better and go further. So yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, shameless plug, but that's why the coven's so brilliant because we're all sharing what's going on for us. And I think when you have to like word it so that somebody else who isn't in your shoes gets it, it really gives you like a whole other level, because it's often like so internal that we just take for granted that that's what everyone else thinks and feels. But then when you write it down and you get an external someone to say, oh, actually, like, have you thought about it like this? Or if I was in your position, I would do X. And it's kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, it's not so insular. It's not just all me. I can actually get it validated by the outside. So
that's true. And even if nobody shared their opinion about it, it just the fact that you've been able to verbalize what is going on, it just bring more clarity in your mind.
Exactly, yeah. So we've also got 4 planets in Aquarius. So Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Pluto. So with the super moon, it's really, really a powerful one. So just go easy. New moons can be a lot. Like full moons impact me more now, but new moons still have their own intensity. So just be gentle with yourself. And Aquarius is also a fixed sign. So it can have this idea of being like very stuck in your ways, rigid, resistant to change, stubborn, but also perseverant on the positive side and able to complete projects. So with all of these personal planets here, Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Pluto, we could have a stronger sense of like intransigence and just like not compromising, which could be a good thing, especially if it's assigned to like social causes and things that you just aren't willing to accept. But it could also be a negative, so just look out for that. Where could you be being too stubborn when you needn't be?
Oh yeah, I feel like this is going to I mean, when you said it perseverant or too narrow-minded or too focusing on one thing, for me, I feel like it's a good thing because well, depending on where your focus goes, but where focus goes, abundance flows. So if you have any project you need to put more focus on to have more abundance regarding that project, it's time. Go for it. Focus.
Yeah, and I think speaking to that, it's like you can focus on something without being arrogant or rude or angry, and I think that's where the power of Aquarius comes from. It's just Like, no, politely, sir, no, you know, it's not, oh, you're wrong, how dare you? It's just, this is what I'll accept. And here is my truth. So we're going to be doing that. That's the detachment of Aquarius. So just really take advantage.
I love that. I really love that. Is it time for our ritual
It is.
now?
I've got my scissors out. I'm chopping mine in itty bitty pieces.
So since Aquarius is an air sign and we were trying to combine or to adopt tarot in the mix this time, it's rain ideas and I love it. So swords are air energy associated to air sign. So I mean, I don't have a sword, but I have scissors.
Yeah.
So let's chop intention. Chop, 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 chop.
Chop,
And I guess we can throw them in the air or something.
I was just going to put mine in this little cauldron to burn later. But yeah, you could throw them in the air or bury them, whatever you like.
Yes. Chop, 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 chop.
Chop, chop, chop. Yeah, I can't believe we didn't think of this before. But I think, yeah, we hadn't really linked the fact that, you know, swords is air, pentacles is earth. So we can, we'll be even more inspired in our rituals now.
Yes.
So
the prayer, you did write that prayer and I really love it. So I'm just gonna let you at least do the first say.
okay. All right then, here we go. So for my intentions, I simply put to get my CIC up and running. So I just put that my CIC is like really successful and well renowned. And that was pretty much it, really. That's my biggest one. So I just thought keep it simple this week. So the little prayer we have today goes thus. Supermoon's power I harness towards my goals. I am healthy, happy, and whole. My intentions are good. My intentions are divine. I ask Goddess Brigid to bring them in time.
Since we mentioned it in the prayer, who is Goddess Brigid? Can you give us a clue?
Of course, yeah. So I was mentioning her in the recent Spellcraft video call. And she is associated with Imbolc, which just passed on the 1st of February. So she comes from the Celtic tradition and she has red hair and she's associated with like fertility and spring. So she's kind of like the goddess of the start of spring.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's go again with the prayer.
All right.
Supermoon power. I harness towards my goals. I am healthy, happy, and whole. My intentions are good. My intentions are divine. I ask Goddess Brigid to bring them in time.
Nice. I'm going to go for the final one. We like to do threes because it's a powerful number. So supermoon's power I harness towards my goals. I am happy, healthy, and whole. My intentions are good. My intentions are divine. I ask Goddess Brigid to bring them in time.
Yay! Thank you, Brigid.
Nice. Yes, thank her already because it's already done.
Yep. All right, tarot reading. I think it's my favorite part too, honestly.
I'm always just like, skip the end, would you?
It's so exciting. All right, so we have the star now. The star card is associated with Aquarius. And so the star card comes after the tarot card. So you know how the tower is all about falling, but not necessarily falling, more how you're going to fall and how you're going to bounce back. So is it that you're going to crash on your head and break your neck, or is it that you're going to bend your knees and jump even higher? And the star basically is wish come true. The star is hope and faith and a sense that you're truly blessed by the universe. So basically allow yourself to dream, to aspire, to elevate, and you are choosing the higher version of yourself, right? So you see on the card how this person, this lovely lady, is so water is going in the water and water is also going on the ground. So by choosing the highest version of yourself, you decide where are you going to pour in and where are you going to pour out, right? In order to elevate, to become bigger and better.
Oh, I love
This is what the star card have to tell us.
I love that. It just reminds me of like the 10 energy of February 2024, you know.
Yeah.
You are blessed because that cycle's done and you have the opportunity to create whatever it is you want with this next one. So yeah.
Do you have the star cards in hands?
No, but I do have my deck and I thought I might just do a little quick
Let
one.
me do.
Why not? And also, sorry, it reminded me of something else. What's this? The star. I'm sure it will come to me. Let me start shuffling, and then I'm sure. I'm wondering why I can't find the end of the pack. It's because that one's around the
I'm
right.
gonna check it too. I want to. This card came out really quick.
Yeah.
Woo! The card that came out for me. This is an oracle, the same oracle deck I've been using over and over. Oracle Wisdom.
Sorry, can I just what?
What?
Yeah. I was. Yeah. Wow.
But look at this.
I just pulled it.
The one that came out for me is confidence, and there is stars on the card, and it's like a fairy going like woo, and confidence. And basically, this card is about being confident. It's about having faith in yourself, having faith in the universe, having faith, basically, like you trust that things are going to go your way because wish come true, you know, stars.
And it's so Aquarian as well, you know, they do have this inner trust of just like, nah, I think it'd be better to do it like this. I don't care that we've been doing it like this for 50, 60, 100 years. Like, it is a very confident sign.
Love, 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 love.
Love
I want to
it.
see your card again.
Well, this is the thing. I was going to do a reading, but I think the cards are just like, look, bitch, we told you what it is. I got the star card also.
Yeah.
So yeah,
This
there's always a lovely lady. So it's a very feminine energy of like, it's about the earth, really, isn't it? The star. Yeah.
I love it.
All right. Well, I think that wraps us up. We are back for the full moon in Virgo around the 24th of February, but we'll hopefully see you at our next relationships round table.
Yes.
Love, love, love. Like, share, and subscribe.
And don't forget to join the coven if you haven't done it yet. Of course, you don't have to, but we would love to.
Oh, we'd love to see you over there. Cool. All right. Love and light.
Yes, hello, bye.
Yes, hello, bye. Love it.